So today we will start the chapter Kingdom Planting. That is the chapter of the 11th science. Now today we will start. So first of all, the basic rules of the Kingdom Planting is there. We know that on the basis of living organism, the organisms are divided into two groups. First of all is there the kingdom is divided into two groups. Number one is the kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia. And the second group is there the kingdom Planting. Kingdom Planting. So on the basis of living organism, the living organism is divided into two groups, and that two groups are kingdom Animalia and second is that the kingdom Planting. So today we will study about the kingdom Planting. So kingdom Planting, in the kingdom Planting, the organisms are either they may be multicellular, they are unicellular, they are eukaryotic organism, they contain photosynthetic pigments also, they contain photosynthetic. These organisms commonly called as plants. So we are studying about the kingdom Planting. So in the kingdom Planting, the organisms are like as, first of all, they are multicellular organisms. Second, they are unicellular also. They are eukaryotic also. And they are autotrophic or heterotrophic also. Autotrophic or heterotrophic also. Heterotrophic. So in this way, you know that autotrophic is what? Autotrophic means the organisms of the plant, I mean the members of the kingdom Planting. It means that the plants, they prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. So that is called autotrophic. And in some plants, as like in fungi, they are heterotrophic. Why they are heterotrophic? Because of that, these plants, they do not prepare their own food. वो अपनी ग़िज़ा या अपना जो है तो फूड खुद प्रिपेयर नहीं करते. Because of that, the main reason is that this group of the plant, that is the fungi, which is heterotrophic, they do not contain photosynthetic pigments, and due to that, they cannot prepare their own food. Therefore they are heterotrophic. So in this way the plants are autotrophic, heterotrophic, multicellular, unicellular, in this way. And the autotrophic plants, they contain the chlorophyll pigments, and these chlorophyll pigments are as like chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, D, E, etc. On this basis, these pigments, they are prepare their own food. Due to that, they prepare their own food. Therefore, they are autotrophic plants. Now, second thing is that, first of all, I am giving you the chart of the kingdom Planting. So, in this way, first of all, we draw the chart of the kingdom Planting. So, in this way, we have right here kingdom Planting. First of all, they are into two groups. The main two groups are two divisions. Number one is that cryptogams. And second is that is the phenerogams. In this way, the kingdom plantae, first of all, divided into two major groups on the basis of their size, on the basis of the producing of the flower or not producing flower. In this way, so the kingdom plantae is divided into two main groups. Number one is that the cryptogams and number second is that the phenerogams. So in this way, first of all we know that what is the cryptogams? Crypto means what? Crypto means actually non-flowering plants. So they are first of all non-flowering plants. They are non-flowering plants. Non-flowering plants. They do not produce flower. Therefore, they are non-flowering plants. Most of them are the lower plants also. Lower plants in this way. And the phenerogams means the plant, they are flowering plants. It is also called the flowering plant. Flowering plants. They produce flower. And they are also the higher plants also. It is also called the higher plants. In this way. So first of all, we heard to the kingdom plantae is divided into two main divisions. Number one is the cryptogams and number second is the phenerogams. Cryptogams means non-flowering plants and phenerogams means the flowering plants. So in this way, the cryptogams is also divided into three groups, and that three groups are in this way. We are going to draw here. Number one is the Thallophyta. Second, Bryophyta. And number third is the Pteridophyta. In this way, the division cryptogams is divided into again three main groups or main subdivision. That is, number one is the Thallophyta, number second is the Bryophyta, and number third is the Pteridophyta. In this way, so these are the different due to the differentiation in the plants. Their roots, their stem, and their leaves are different. They produce different type of the reproduction. So in this way, the cryptogams is divided into the main three groups on the basis of that is Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. And again we have to, the Thallophyta is divided into again three groups. That is the number one is that the algae, second fungi, and number third is the bacteria. In this way. So that is the simple method of the kingdom plantae. That is the classification of the plants. Now, second division of the phenerogams in this way, you will find that these are the flowering plants. They are the higher plants. They produce flower. They produce fruit. They produce seeds. And there is the reproduction is also the different. So in the phenerogams, this phenerogams is again divided into the two groups. That is the angiosperm and gymnosperm. So in this way, angiosperm and second is the gymnosperm. So see here, the division phenerogams is divided into again two groups. Number one is the angiosperm and second is the gymnosperm. So what is the difference between the angiosperm and gymnosperm? First of all, I told you that the phenerogams is the flowering plants. There is the sexual reproduction, and on the basis of their some differentiation, This phanerogams is again divided into two subdivisions, that is angiosperm and gymnosperm. Then what is the angiosperm? In angiosperms, the seeds are enclosed in the fruit. What is that? Seeds are enclosed. Seeds are enclosed in the fruit. क्या होता है, यहां पर देखिए कि एंजियोस्पर्म के अंदर जितने भी प्लांट्स आते हैं, उन प्लांट्स के अंदर खास बात ये है बच्चों कि इनके जो सीड्स है वो सीड जो है तो फ्रूट के अंदर होते हैं, क्लोज होते हैं। जिम्नोस्पर्म के अंदर देखिए आप, सीड्स आर नेकेड, सीड्स आर नेकेड। इसमें जो है तो आप देखेंगे बच्चों कि इसके जो सीड्स है वो सीड जो है तो ओपनली होते हैं, यू कैन सी इट विजिबल। सो दैट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द एंजियोस्पर्म एंड द जिम्नोस्पर्म। सो अंडरस्टूड हियर, these are the phanerogams plant, they produce the seed. The difference between is that in angiosperm and gymnosperm, in angiosperms the seeds are enclosed in the fruit, otherwise in gymnosperm you will see that the seeds are not enclosed in the fruit, the seeds are open, the seeds are naked, the seeds you can see the visible. So this is the classification of the plants in general. So I will repeat again, the kingdom Plantae is divided into sub two divisions. Number one is the cryptogams, number second is the phanerogams. It means that the non-flowering plants and the flowering plants in this way. So the cryptogams is again divided into three groups. Number one is the Thallophyta, second Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. This Thallophyta is again divided into three groups: algae, fungi and bacteria. And the second main group, that is the phanerogams, that is the flowering plants. This flowering plants is again divided into two groups in subdivision, that is the angiosperm and gymnosperm. Angiosperm means in which the seeds are enclosed in the fruit. Otherwise in gymnosperm you will see that the seeds are not enclosed in the fruit, the seeds are naked. So this is the general classification of the plants. We will see it depends on the basis of that. So first of all I have told you that about the cryptogams. All are in France. So in cryptogams we will see it in detail. The general characters of the cryptogams and their subdivisions. Now second, the general characters of the phanerogams in this way. So first of all, the general characters of the cryptogams. So you will write general characters of the cryptogams. The next aspect of the chapter, that is the general characters. General characters of cryptogams. General characters of the cryptogams. Now see here, what are the general characters of the? First of all, I told you that non-flowering plants. I am right here in short, non-flowering plants. Non-flowering plants. First point, these group of the plants, they do not bear any flower. Therefore, it is called non-flowering plants. Second thing is that if the flowers are not produced between that, do not produce seed. Second point is that do not produce seed. Second point of that non-flowering plant, that is the cryptogams, do not seed. Second thing is that spores are produced. Spores producing plants. Spore producing plants. Seeds are not produced, or otherwise these plants, they produce spores for the purpose of the reproduction. The plants reproduce by sexually. Reproduce by sexually by the gametes. What happens कि इन प्लांट्स के अंदर अगर सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन होता है, if the sexual reproduction is to be takes place in these cryptogams plants by the gametes के जो है तो माध्यम से ही इसके अंदर सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन होता है। और उसके बाद सेकंड जो रिप्रोडक्शन है, रिप्रोड्यूस बाय असेक्सुअली, रिप्रोड्यूस बाय asexually by the spores. क्या होता है इसके अंदर कि इन क्रिप्टोगैम्स प्लांट्स के अंदर अगर जो है तो एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन होता है, वो एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन स्पोर्स के जरिए होता है, और जो सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन होता है वो सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन जो है तो थ्रू द गैमेट्स. So in this way, in these plants, the sexual and asexual reproduction is to be takes place. So first of all, I have to tell you that cryptogams are further classified into three groups. So in this way, these are the general characters of the cryptogams. Now, second point is that what is the second point? Classification of cryptogams. Classification of cryptogams. Classification of cryptogams. How the cryptogams is classified? On the basis of the structure of the plants, on the basis of their roots, on the basis of their stem, on the basis of their leaves. So in this way, the cryptogams is further divided into three groups. That is the number one. I have to tell you that number one is the Thallophyta. Second, Bryophyta. And number third is that Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. In this way, these are the classification of cryptogams. इस तरह जो है तो जो नॉन फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स है, जिसे हम जो है तो क्रिप्टोगैम्स कहते हैं, उस क्रिप्टोगैम्स को आगे जो है तो क्या है, तीन क्लासेस के अंदर डिवाइड किया गया है. उसको जो है तो तीन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर स्ट्रक्चर, प्लांट स्ट्रक्चर. व्हाट इज द organs of the plants? We know that is the root, second is the stem, third is the leaves, and other so many different characters are in these groups. So first of all, Thallophyta, and in Thallophyta the main group is that in which the algae, you can say alga or algae. So first of all, we know about the alga. So these are the groups of the cryptogams. Now we will start from the Thallophyta, that is the alga, the general characters of alga. General characters of alga. General characters of alga. General characters of alga. What are the characters? So first of all, I told you that in the start, the algal plants or the algae plants, those plants, they are included in the group of algae. They are lower plants, first of all, in which some plants are aquatic. What do you mean by aquatic? It means that these plants are bears or they are germinate in the water. That is called aquatic plant. So first main point is that mostly aquatic, mostly aquatic. Now we know that the types of the water, that is the fresh water. Aquatic means what? Fresh water, fresh water. And second is that marine water or salty water, marine water, marine water. So the algae, the plants of the algae, they are mostly aquatic. They germinate into the fresh water or in the marine water. So in this way, their habitual characters, some algal plants, they germinate into the fresh water, and some plants of the algal plant, they germinate into the marine water. So some are terrestrial. Terrestrial. Terrestrial means what? They grow on the land. That is called the terrestrial. On a muddy soil. That is, therefore they are terrestrial. So some algal plants, they are germinated on terrestrial. That is the terrestrial. Some are grow on other plants. Some are grow on other plants. It means what? We know that mostly the algal plants, they are lower plants. Some are photosynthetic, and some plants are in which they are chemotrophic, the mode of nutrition actually, and some plants they are parasitical. It means they grow on other higher plants or on the rocks. Therefore, they are grown on other plants in this way. So that is the structure on that. And free living, some are symbiotic. Some plants of the algae, some algal plants, some algal plants are symbiotic. Symbiotic. So see here, what is the meaning of the symbiotic? You know that, dear student, the meaning of symbiotic is to give one another. That is, as like some algal plants they grow on other plants. That is the symbiotic. As like Nostoc, Rhizobium, these are the algal plants, and they are symbiotic. They give the minerals or the food to the other plant. They grow on other plants. They grow other living organisms, and they give and take milk. Actually, the process is that symbiotic. They give to one another. Give and take process. That is called symbiotic. So in this way, the algal plants are in this way they are symbiotic also. Now second thing is that the next point is that in various forms, single cell, unbranched. So we know that about the algae, they are single cell, that is the chlorella and other Nostoc. In this way they are the single cell. The body of the algal plant, which is made up of from a single cell, that is called also unicellular. So some algae are unicellular in this way, and unbranched. Some are branched in the multicellular. So unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular means you know that which is made up of from a single cell. That is the unicellular. Example of that algae, that is chlorella and Clavularias in this way. These are the two types. I give you the example. These are algae plants. They are made up of from a single cell, and they are unbranched, and they are unbranched also. And other thing is that the multicellular. Multicellular means that they are made up of from many cells. That is called multicellular. So next point is that we have to write here some algae. unicellular. Unicellular. Example of that is the Nostol and Chlamydomonas. In this way, they are unbranched. So no branch, because of that they are unicellular. And some algae are, that is the multicellular. Multicellular. What is the multicellular? It means they are made up of many cells, more than one. That is called multicellular. And if they are multicellular, they are also the branch. So branch. Or the filament is present in which? Branch, filamentous in this way. So these are the two characters of the body. Is actually the body of the algal cell is called also the thallus. Now remember that either it may be unicellular algae, either it may be multicellular. The total body of the algal plant is known as or is called as thallus. So remember it, that thallus. So in this way, the example Corolla, Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra. So second is that I have to give you the example of the multicellular, that is the Spirogyra. You know that. You remember, you have to study in 8, 9, 10 Spirogyra, which is a aquatic algae and multicellular branch. There is a branches of the thallus. So that is the example of the multicellular algae, that is the Spirogyra. Now second thing is that about the nutrition. So first of all, the general characters of the algae we have to see here, and after that we will see the mode of nutrition, how the algae prepare their own food. So the algae prepare their own food, that is called the mode of nutrition. So algae are photosynthetic and liberate oxygen. So first of all, I told you that about the algae. The algae is photosynthetic. Mode of nutrition. So in the mode of nutrition, what happens? Algae are green in color, which contain the photosynthetic pigments. Therefore, it is autotrophic. So mode of nutrition, algae is photosynthetic process. It means they are autotrophic. What is the meaning of photosynthetic? The process of photosynthetic, you know that the green plants, they absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, absorb water from the land, and absorb the sunlight. In this way, the process is known as the photosynthesis. By the process of photosynthesis, they prepare their own food in the form of carbohydrates. So algae is a photosynthetic and prepare, it means that autotrophic means what? They prepare their own food. Therefore, the algal plants are autotrophic in nature. Now second, this is the mode of nutrition, and second thing is that they are photosynthetic, they are autotrophic, prepare their own food in the form of carbohydrates, And main thing is that they liberate oxygen. in the atmosphere. Oxygen in the atmosphere. In this. So about the mode of nutrition, and B is the photosynthetic. The photosynthetic pigments as like chlorophyll, xanthophyll, and the other pigments are also present in the algae. They prepare their own food, that is the autotrophic. Prepare their in the form of carbohydrates. Prepare their food in the form of carbohydrates. Liberate oxygen in the atmosphere. This is the mode of nutrition. Now, what are the pigments of the photosynthetic pigments? What? So we know that the photosynthetic pigments which are present in the algae. Now, second thing is that photosynthetic pigments. What are the photosynthetic pigments? Now see here, photosynthetic pigments. Photosynthetic pigments in algae. What are these? Number one is the chlorophyll. Chlorophyll. Second, xanthophyll. Xanthophyll. Third, carotenoids, etc. Now see here, the main photosynthetic pigments of the green plants or the algal plants is chlorophyll, and we know that the chlorophylls are of different types, and they are as like in this way: chlorophyll A, second chlorophyll B, third chlorophyll C, chlorophyll D, and chlorophyll E. In this way, the different types of the chlorophyll pigments, they are present in the algal plants or any green plants. Now, second thing is that the structure of the body, cell wall. You know that the plant cell has the wall. In animals, there is the around the cell there is the cell membrane, but in plants there is no cell membrane. In plants there is a wall, and that is called the cell wall. Around the cell, the structure that is called cell wall. So in this way, the algal cell is also contain the cell wall made up of two layers. So the cell wall is made up of two layers, outer layer and second is the inner layer. In this way, so the inner layer is made up of from the cellulose. So see there about the cell wall. Inner layer and second is the outer layer. What happened here? The inner layer of the cell wall is made up of cellulose. And the outer layer of the algal cell is pectin. Two layers, outer and inner. Inner layer is made up of from cellulose, and the outer layer is made up of from the pectin. So about the cell wall. The second thing is that all algae starch carbohydrate is various form starch. So in this way, they are photosynthetic. They prepare their own food in the form of carbohydrates, in the form of the starch, and in the form of the cellulose. All algae starch carbohydrates in various forms. Vegetative